Mic test, 1, 2.
Now it's just like, man, you gotta have that.
1 second.
Just like disconnect from the scene.
Yeah, how is that now?
The race, like, and it's a race that I've
Is
been in
that
my head, you know. You
perfect?
step away from it.
Mic off. Mic on.
Here, John?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
I just heard someone blow their horn, so
I guess they're ready. Let's get into it. All right, here we are, John, the second day and final day of testing. It's not the second day of testing, actually. We had a week of testing, and it's just the second day that we're gonna live stream the testing. We haven't got much guys in here, but just as yesterday, as soon as they saw us go live, they just all piled in. I'm guessing some of them are on their way home and so on.
definitely.
How's it in your end there, John?
Well, yeah, I just finished feeding my dogs and the usual stuff, washing the wares.
Getting those chores done before you sit behind the computer.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting night. So just making sure everything is good to go, and yeah. So I guess everyone has their stuff they're doing. Sure, they're gonna drop in a bit later.
Oh yeah, more definitely. In the meanwhile, we've got some guys here that we can take a look at that are on track. Who is that just went by? This is Michael Paisley here on a new lap, a new fast lap. And we'll just follow him around here at Dover.
Yeah, we also have a special man called Javon Gunnan that dropped in the server.
The Gunning Motorsports is back, John. Gunning
Yeah,
Motorsports.
correct. How could I miss that?
Well, some of you might have remembered Javon from the first Dover meet that we had, and now he's back to give you guys some, I don't know, spectacular runs, I suppose. He's pretty fast, John.
Yeah, he's been doing some showing some consistent line, going through a few turns there. But let's see how well he knows his car on the track. Because you remember the other guys have been testing, so he's got a long way to catch up.
Oh yeah, with this car and this track combination, he's definitely got some time here. He's got until 11:59 tonight to put in his fastest time here in order to be classified into one of the three categories that we have: bronze, silver, or gold. We haven't gotten a particular timing that these classes will be determined by. What we're doing is splitting the field by 3. So we'll have the entire lot of them being split down the middle, I should say, by 3, so as to know how many will go into what classification. Just to go a little bit further in there, John, as to what the classifications are, bronze is obviously the slowest one. Silver, you're going to go a little bit faster, and then gold, you're going to be a bit not a bit, but even more faster. And yes, there are going to be 3 different cars, 3 separate cars per classification. We want to keep this as equal as possible. Oh, he touched that barrier there, John. He did. That wasn't there the last time.
Well, if that's a touch, but yeah, he bended going into the turn there. There's no way. Yeah, I mean the classes are very close. I'm not sure what they called it back in GMRC in Guyana, but
they call them
we would
groups.
usually have
They call them groups.
right groups. So we would have there's one also called the rookie class that I particularly enjoy watching at, right? So I'm figuring the bronze is maybe close to the rookie class in this category.
Yes, you can say that. So, but on the basis of rules and regulations there, we're talking about a different class car, right?
Oh, definitely.
But obviously, when you're starting out in motor racing, you're definitely not going to jump in, say for instance, Doug Gore's Audi TT that he had, or the beast that he now has here, or performs
the
a
beast.
with, right? So, you, as a new beginner, a newcomer to motor racing, you don't just jump into a fast car like that. So yeah, the rookie class would be for the new guys, new to sim racing in this case, or new to Dover in this case, and it's not that fast. So yeah.
Right. Which actually is very close. You know, I've been watching this guy Paisley. He's definitely showing some pace, and Kurt got his car almost down to the 32s. So yeah, we've got 3 to 4 guys in that 33. Sorry, I'm just looking at Gun in here,
Yeah, I'm watching
and
it too.
he's really close behind that guy. That's not a
It's Zafiro actually.
Oh, it's a fear, yeah. I'm not sure I would be comfortable that close behind a driver, but you know, that's a confidence that Gunning has. And good car control by Safirito, sorry.
Yeah, I've raced with Gunning a few times actually here at CSRO, and that's how he likes to race actually. He stays quite close behind you, trying to prompt that mistake here. And we got 3 guys, Oswin, Zafiro. Oh, he locks up on the brake in there, John.
Oh yeah, he's
one.
pushing. But it's good to see Zafir is up to 3rd right now. That's a good time. Javan had a bit. He hasn't registered the proper time as yet, so it's good to see where he's going to put that car.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think if he keeps it together here, he'll be able to do so. Let's see what his times is going. His first sector split time is going to be here. Oh, I think Zafira has a bit of issue. Goes a little bit wide. He's still on it though. You got to remember as well, the rules do stipulate that if you're on a fast lap and you're in front, you've got, by all means, the right of way. It's your responsibility as a trailing car to put space between yourself and the person behind or in front of you. So that being said, it might look like Zafiro is holding up Javon Gunning, but if Zafiro himself is on the fastest lap that he could ever produce, and no, it's gonna be, both of them are gonna be canceling that lap right there.
Oh no, but sorry.
What I was saying is that once they're on a fast lap, and that might be their only fastest lap that they can produce, they've got the right of way to complete that lap.
That is correct. You must, you have the right to stay to your line. And the car, particularly behind you, is not allowed to pass you, even if that individual is quicker than you. Unless you mess up, and you know, you have the choice to allow that person to pass.
Yeah, well, that's that's definitely another thing there too. Once you know that you've gone off track or you've gone a bit slower through a sector, it's part of the rule book that you should let the faster driver behind you by. That is by pulling off to the side of the road and letting them pass in a predictable manner, or in a safe location where you can avoid any instances of contact. Who are we looking at now, John?
Well, I've actually been looking at McDonald, and he just starts to slow down, so I guess maybe he's canceling this lap or not, but trying to see if he can get that car down to 35. He's definitely, right now he's in the 36. Again, this is a beautiful green. He stopped a bit unsafe on the track there.
I'm not sure if he's giving us a good look at the rear end of that car. Oh, he's looking to see to go back into the pits. But yeah, that was a very bad stop there from McDonald.
Yeah, so if we could switch to Oswin Wilson, who is coming wrong at the back. He's about to go through that S before the front stretch.
Yeah, we're
Beautiful car color.
Yeah, I like this car color as well.
Oswin has been showing some pace. He's in the 35s. I'm pretty sure he's going to get this car down to the 34s, but definitely need to get some.
Oh, definitely he did actually. He's almost into the 33s.
Well, there you go. Definitely getting this car. He almost pipped. Yeah. Wow. No, he's a good way off of Kurt.
6/10 off of Kurt there, but still pretty good there from Oswin.
Yeah, until now, Javon hasn't gotten a good lap in. So, always known for his bright colors. So, I think the algorithm understood that he needed this yellow car. So,
indeed. I can remember one race. we told the guys that they could submit their custom liveries, and Javon went and put his entire face on the side of a car.
yeah,
it was quite hilarious here for the guys at CSRO.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure we knew who he was, where he was,
when he was there.
Yes. That was a fantastic race as he comes through this particular sector. He's been having a bit of difficult time, around that track. I'm not sure he had time to test this new version. He runs a bit wide there.
Right up into the wall. I want to say to John, I don't think he's been behind his rig for a while as well, because we do know him to have to be busy with his job, I'd say. Oh, he actually slowed down there. Came across the line with a 136. Why is that? What's he doing? Sandbagging?
This is not the kind of race you want to be sandbagging. The results can actually be quite shocking.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I do like this. I like how this car is just rotating around the track. You can see the suspension really working on each of the turns. And I think the guys have found a bit of like the limit for this car, each driver. But it's just basically talent. As Javon goes really close to the wall, I think he's getting accustomed to this car. And it is true. I think Javon is sandbagging. Not sure why.
Okay, we're gonna have to have the stewards take a very close look at that. That's not allowed here. But let's take a look and see if he does put in a fast lap or if he does try to sandbag again. Well, the rules are quite potent, I should say. He just goes off there. Does he get a penalty? No, I do not see a penalty being given to him there. So I guess he just kept two wheels on inside of the racetrack.
He just got his wheel there. I think it's just enough to get away with it. Now, and the bad thing is that if you get too much of your car out there, you lose a lot of drive. So most drivers wouldn't want to do that.
True, you can see him going a bit slower there. Oswin letting him by. Michael Paisley getting a bit racy there behind Oswin as well.
He just pushes it too wide there.
Way too wide there.
Yeah, his front tires was having none of it. Oswin is all over the back of Javon gunning.
I think that's Oswin's way of saying, welcome back, John.
Oh yeah, the pressure is on. Let's see what you got.
Old rivals here at CSRO. Oswin Wilson out of British Virgin Islands.
I believe if you can get a microphone into Oswin's rig, we will be entertained throughout this race.
Most definitely.
The guy has you think he's on the water breathing. All right, so So I like the line that they're taking. Javon, he just goes a bit tight. Definitely gonna unsettle that car, but keeps it going.
Let's see what he produces here as he comes across the line. 133.384 is the fastest. What does Javon do? He slows down once again, John. So it seems as though he's trying to sandbag this car, which is against the rules here, but he still has until the end of the night to produce a time that's better than what we're seeing here, which is the 1:36.111 is his fastest time.
Most definitely. He will be messaged. He will know that he could be very well disqualified for doing that.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Michael right behind him now. These guys have submitted some videos that we're going to share with you on our Instagram a bit later. Javon Gunning and Michael Paisley were two of the some that we have compiled and edited and will post for you before the night is out, I should say. These guys are really interested in this competition and this championship, the way that this format that we have going here. I think we might have to let it go over, John, into our own format racing.
Yeah, it might have to at the pace that they're going. I got my eye on Partob, sorry, and it's definitely getting a groove of the car. Haven't put a lap down as yet.
Yeah, Michael is one of the, should I say, one of the fans of motor racing here in Guyana and the Caribbean, and obviously, as we've been stressing a lot and alluding to the fact of it's really expensive to get into motor racing generally, and this here is your next best bet to get in and not only race with like-minded individuals as yourself, but also race with motor racers, John.
That is correct. We have a few motor racers, real racers on board, and it's been interesting. Since we started CSRO, we've had lots of professional race drivers race with us, and the experience has been really good. You learn so much from them, and it's really stiff competition as well. And they learn a few from us too, I must say.
Oh yeah, they definitely do. Tell you what, John, let's get 10 seconds here. Let me switch over to the end game. I was actually showing the sponsors' logos here, but let's get into the end game now.
Sure.
Alright, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and John Green.
Alright.
So just so you guys know, we've also got a website here that you can view the not only the live stream, but as well as the timings that we're actually been afforded here, and the competitors have actually been afforded here. Just head on over to CaribbeanSIMRacing.org. Wait about 5 seconds, you're gonna see a pop-up. Click on the pop-up to see the event dashboard, and that'll take you into our event dashboard where we have the timings as well as a live video box there of the stream.
I think we got Clark on track. He's seems to be going really slow. A car just actually went into him. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on him. I think he's having an issue.
He might very well be. I can hear someone sounding off their horns there for him. I hope he's not allowing someone to test while he's in a real competition. That wouldn't be ideal.
Yeah, let's hope not. Definitely driving a bit dangerous on the track. Guys are really pushing hard. So let's just keep an eye on him to make sure everything is all right. Still got Kurt Moss, still in the pits. I think he's just sitting there with his champagne, laid back in his robe. No one can touch that time.
Yes. Too early. I'd say, to be celebrating.
Yeah, I think every lap that these guys go, they're getting down. Michael, everyone is fast. I'm really impressed with Zafir's time. I think Zafir is actually this time is faster than Martin time, if I'm correct.
He's gone.
Definitely should.
Zafiro's fastest is a 35.357. Martin's fastest time is a 35.151.
Oh, Martin must have put some good time in.
Yes, indeed. Martin has definitely put some good timing in there.
It seems like Clark is getting up to speed. Seems to be warming up his tires in a very slow manner, but let's hope he keep his eyes in the mirror.
I think he just did a sighting lap, as we call it, and now he's back into pits. So the only two persons left on track is Michael Paisley and McDonald here. It's Makaya McDonald. He's going down the backstretch here now. You can hear him flinging through those gears as Paisley is trying to get some heat in his tires behind him. Ooh, the entry to that was all wrong, and definitely the exit was too, and he's gonna take it into the wall there, John.
Oh, sorry. I was just reading. Yeah, Martin was I think he's just saying a little bit about your mic. It might be popping a little. Maybe you need to lower a little, but I think a bit of bass in your voice. Finally, it's not my mic on this time. So
we're actually we've disbanded the Facebook call now and using something else.
Yeah, which actually works better. So I guess everyone in the viewing the live stream can leave a comment on the audio.
Yes, please do. We can see some guys heading out back on track now. Zafiro is back. Mackay, I think he's gonna bring that car here to a stop. Let's see. Zafiro's on his out lap. Where is Paisley at? Paisley's on a fast one. Paisley's on a fast one here, so let's follow him through.
Notice how he takes that line. And I've been watching other fast guys. They go as close as possible to that tire. If I'm correct, that is Pinky's bluff. He just went through with the tires. Goes really close to the wall, and you gain a lot of time. But I think some of the guys are just a little bit
scared,
nervous.
I would say.
You really have to trust that front end to bite when you want to turn.
Seems as though Michael's got that section under control. No, he does not.
That will definitely be a cut track.
And he knows that he's pulling over. Where is Zafiro? Zafiro is still in his out lap and about to begin a fast one now. So let's stay with the Cuban. Trying to give himself some room here between himself and Michael. And now he powers on through. Let's ride on board with Zafiro Ramirez.
He's definitely taking that one at the last minute. I'm surprised they actually jumped into that last gear just before the break-in.
What do you mean? You would have done it a little better? Well, in terms of, well, not better, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I guess you don't want to give anything away, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's simple. You try to keep the revs up, so you go higher. Unless you're heel and toe, you're not really going to make much sense going into a higher gear because as you brake, you got to try and keep the revs up. But everyone has their own technique in the way they drive. Some guys will be using the control, some will be using the pedal with the clutch. Definitely interesting. He doesn't use a lot of the road.
Yeah, that's what I'm taking note of as well. Gets it nice and slow through that section though.
Yeah, that is really good. I'm noticing these guys are they're starting to taking that turn a little bit incorrect, if you ask me. But that was a safe way. I guess that's how I'd use it if I was racing. But for qualifying, yeah.
You want to go all out during qualifying session. You don't care if you hit the wall. You don't care, you know. So I do see what you're talking about here. Does he go faster? No. Yes, he does actually. 35.355.
He's definitely on it. This is a good time.
We're gonna stick with him once more here. He seems much slower there through turn 1. Goes down here. I guess he's trying to use the engine braking.
Down into Piggy's Bluff. Does not push that car wide.
Does not capitalize, and now he's going to end up wide there and having to wait until he can clear that wall before he get back on the accelerator.
Yeah, definitely just putting a lot of understeer into the car. Now this turn coming up here that you're about to go into a left, you got to just let the car run wide, just all the way onto that grass. As you can see, you would have just lost a few kilometers because you're actually in an uphill right now, so you need to give the car a lot of momentum. I would just brake really early, clip that second turn. As you can see, the guys are braking too late. So when they rotate the car to turn, the car is saying, nope, not happening.
Indeed. Alright, so Safiro's got a little bit more here to put into his lesson and work at Dover Raceway. And let's see if Michael Mikayo, he messes up a little bit, Micaiah, and he's gonna learn the hard way. As we've got Michael Paisley, it is. Oh, he messes up someone else behind him. It was Tavar who was actually on a fast lap and saw Suzuki looking at him in the opposite direction there. And he himself got a bit messed up. So I think Tavar now is actually in his rig, if it wasn't someone else. And I think we can expect a fast lap now from him. I don't know, I'm just saying.
Seems to be moving pretty quick right now, so it could be he's up to speed.
Yeah, most definitely. It still says outlap for me, so I don't know if he's on a fast one or not. I cannot see
that was
the
a beautiful first turn by him.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, corrected the car all the way up to the wall. Beautiful entry into that turn.
He's got to run it wide though. He seems as though he wants to run it wide, but he's a bit afraid of the tire stack there. Definitely, that's the line that you need to take right there. But it's a
very good. Braked a little too late.
Yeah.
So the car was not, the front tires were not having it at all. Just not biting. And he lost a lot of momentum there. He should have kept the revs a little lower, the gears a little lower.
Yeah, he also entered that turn. For me, it's a bit too early. You want to take a wide entry here into that previous turn.
I think he's making up some good time here. This might actually get him ahead.
Meanwhile, Zafira has gone faster here with a 35.2.
Oh,
Tavar Clark into the tire barrier. Better send the medics out there for him, John.
Yeah, that's a good effort by him to try and clip that turn. But he's gonna have to watch his mirror. He has a guy coming really fast at him here.
It's Makaya, and again he loses it through that section there, McDonald. I guess they're just trying to do like what we said, you know, take the opportunity now to drive as bunkers as you can to get that time in. As he blows his horn there at Tavar Clark. I guess he's gonna go on a fast one now, so let's stick with him, John.
You're on board with McDonald?
Yes, I am right now looking at Makaya McDonald.
He carries a lot of speed into that turn. Definitely putting too much steering angle onto the car.
Yeah, the rotation was just about too much. Oh!
he's we have to check if he's sober.
I think we need to put these guys on some coffee routines.
Definitely might have a little bit too much booze before this. But you know, one of the things with a car, you gotta make sure you don't scrub speed off of this particular car. It doesn't have a lot of torque, it doesn't have a lot of horsepower, so you gotta keep it smooth. Try your best.
That was pretty good, but he needed to keep that up and run it a bit wide there, John.
Let's see how he handles the famous. He definitely
He's
takes a
very
lot of.
scared here, and he still taps it.
Yeah, I definitely trying there.
Well, if at first you fail, do try until you succeed. So let's see now. Paisley back out on track. He's trying to get some heat into those tires there, John.
Yeah, I've not done any long tests on the car, so I'm not sure the amount of pressure and tires that you need to get a good lap. So, but yeah, he's definitely trying to put a lot of heat into those tires.
He's also got to be careful not to take the life out of the tires at start, because you don't want to take the threads off and then you don't have the grip needed.
Oh, that is correct.
Oh, I can hear a car revving up. Who is that? I think someone left the server there and their remnants have remained. Alright, here Michael goes. He's beginning a fast one now.
That is very strange. I heard someone did a 34.8, but I don't see the individual. It's kind of strange.
Interesting. Let's see if I can pick that up. My timing sheet.
Definitely Michael did a really good. And it goes wide. Beautiful, beautiful rotation on the
Gets
car.
back on the power early. That's what we want to see, John.
Yeah, that is a very good line. That is the line a lot of the guys who are going quicker are taking. I wish some of the other guys would just take note.
I think the commentator's curse has got him there.
Yeah, he just went wide and lost a lot. Such an interesting turn, you know. I've taken a while to learn that turn. It's the uphill and then down. It's definitely is an art in that one. That's a mistake I see a lot of the drivers doing as they go through that tire wall there. That S. The car will give you throttle drift. So when you jump off the throttle, the rear end will rotate. So you just gotta use that at the right point. But a lot of the drivers are using it mid-corner. They're jumping up mid-corner, so they're just not making a second turn and then going off track. So I wish the guys could just give that some more thought.
Well, John,
rotation.
that is why they're here. They probably do not even know it, but I'm saying that is why we are here, actually. CSRO, Caribbean Sim Racing Organization. As you can hear, the immense amount of knowledge coming out from John Green, the co-founder, myself and John, co-founders here at CSRO. You can learn a lot when you sign up and you join that CSRO. So if you've got any doubt in your mind about sim racing, then please at least contact us first so we can tell you that no, you're not built for sim racing, because with what we know and with what we can help you with, you can get up to speed in sim racing in no time, man. As you can see, the amount of knowledge that John has.
We have a well-capable professional race driver on track right now, Afraz Ali. He's just starting his lap. Let's see what he can put down.
yeah, Afraz races. Oh, he goes wide there. I
Yeah,
guess
he.
that's what you call cold tires, John.
No, that's what you call a starlet maneuver. You just turn and accelerate. So it didn't work that time.
Yeah, and the
Uh,
reason why we say Starlet is that's because that's the car that he drives here in the Caribbean. It's I think it's an AE. What is it? I think. Let me look it up
I'm
actually.
not sure what it is. Thing is, hope it's not an AE86. I think that's another car.
No, it is a different car. Yeah.
But the characteristics of this Suzuki is very similar to the Starlet. There's a lot of torque steer, so you gotta know when to use the torque steer. If you apply too much of it, the car will just do too much burnout, and you will lose that momentum. Drivers think that if you go full on throttle and you turn, it helps. That's on slower turns, right? I'm talking about. But you actually have to coast the power in.
Yeah, you do. I took a lot of practice with the car as well, and I did notice that just can't demand the power and demand the grip from the car. It needs to come gradually, and the better you are at being able to gradually apply that power and put that torque into that transmission, that's the best way to get the times here. But obviously, you got to put the car in the right place as well, John.
For sure. This track is not an easy track. It's one of the tracks I definitely love to visit in real life, and it's one of the things I have to do. I just don't know how the guys do this in real life on this track. It's so difficult.
Yeah, man.
I must say I love Dover. It's been one of my. I think it's been your favorite track, if
yeah.
I'm correct.
If I had to put the cars in line, the tracks in line from the Caribbean, it would be at the top. It's pure balls to wall, as the motor racers do say, and pure fun, man. The second would probably be out there from Barbados, Bushy Park. Bushy Park's got some nice twists and turns to it too, but Dover
No doubt,
definitely
no
at the
doubt.
top of the list.
Yeah, I think Dover is definitely, like, to me, a true clubhouse track. To me, it really feels challenging.
Yep.
Oh, we missed something there.
I think you missed that big collision there between Afraz and who was it? I think Makaya. Makaya once again touching
that's
the
right.
tire barriers, and Afraz couldn't do anything but to run into the side of him.
No, they're giving it all, eh? I have to admit. But just for a second, this track again, it's one of the tracks that you've always been talking about. In 2020, early 2020, you'd always tell us about this track, Dover. I remember we're looking at some pictures and videos, and I couldn't believe people actually race around a track that is. It really looks like a maze at first. But it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it is, man. I definitely would love to visit it before I die.
Yeah, I love the elevations. I love how the turns are situated. I do like all the bumps. If we were to make this circuit smooth, I think it really kills the momentum of what the track is, or the character. One of the circuits in the race, we know the South Dakota circuit. Stefan knows how much I love that track. It's so challenging. So yeah, but it's I still haven't driven around it fast enough. But
I've actually done so in a not a race car, but a Gulf GTI. It was pretty intense, to say the least. It's a fast track, John, but when you get to that gooseneck section, I don't think you want to be losing traction there.
Yeah, I mean it's just right, left, right. That's what it is. I mean, But I do like this track, and like you said, Barbados. That is definitely a track that I definitely will have to do some times on when I go, because they do allow you to drive on the circuit.
Yeah, I do
Um,
believe they you can either drive the Suzuki's. I think they have. They've also got go karts out there,
yeah, I
and
think they have a. Yeah, go ahead.
uh,
Oh,
uh,
this is a good battle
yeah,
between
I can see
Michael and.
Michael catching up to Afraz here. I was just about to say that. And he's trying to up and under here on Afraz Ali, but that turn comes in just a little bit too much for it to be an up and under. Or Afraz just kept it in tight.
So Afraz, I don't think he raced on this track in real life, did he?
Nah, he hasn't, but he did say that this is one of his favorite tracks in the Caribbean as well.
He
Michael
went in
loses
there
just a bit too
much
much.
better than Afras, but he just went on the power a little bit too soon.
Yeah, I think what he saw was that Afraz having that grip, and he thought he would have it too. But then he was caught out.
I love what Afras is doing here. You know, the craft. You know, sim racing is such a wonderful thing. Yeah, even though it's not the identical car, the characteristics that Assetto Corsa and this car is giving Afras is so close to his front-wheel drive Starlet in real life. So, you know, I've always found him to be very comfortable in these front-wheel drive cars.
Well, that is exactly what we were talking about last night too, with Mark Gill out there from Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, that will happen.
That will.
And we can see Zafiro capitalizing on it. That can also happen as well. Yep, but as we were saying last night, John, with Mark Gill winning the Honda Civic category last year when we debuted Dover Raceway, because and you said so last night, he felt right at home in that car because that is exactly what he drives in the Caribbean.
That is correct. And these sim games have gotten so close to the real thing that, as we've said many times, you know, the FIA is using these simulators in the Formula One, allowing Formula One companies to use these simulators for the drivers to learn. We have a new race coming up for Formula One. I think it's I can't remember the circuit name, but it's new to all the drivers. And
It's
they now have to go.
so it was actually a MotoGP track.
It is a MotoGP track.
It is a
I know it.
It is a MotoGP track, and it's the first time they're going to be there this weekend.
Right.
I'm
they're actually going to be using the simulator to learn it, every driver. So this is something that they've been doing, you know, and it's the same the same sim that we're actually on right now. So, you know, a lot of preps to how far simulation games have come.
Oh yeah, most
Or
definitely.
sim in general.
I think I do remember hearing that that Lewis Hamilton wasn't quite the simulation wasn't quite his favorite, but for these new tracks, this year around too, he's had to put in the work and try and get himself up to speed here. And I think he ended up changing his mind later on, especially with the fact of him doing those promotions there for PlayStation and their Gran Turismo sim. He wasn't quite happy, I think, about it. But in the end, it's turning around so much so, especially with COVID, that you had to use something to keep you, you know, keep you fit and keep you. Oof, Zafiro touching the wall there.
Oh, they're pushing. He goes off track. Are these guys testing or are they racing?
I don't know.
This is entertainment. So we have Sebastian Palmer. He messaged in the group to say the track is Qatar. That is correct.
Yeah.
So
Losail,
I think
Losail is as well. Losail actually is one of the names, I should say, of it.
You know, I am excited to see the start of the first race. I'm excited to see the guys go into that first turn. you know, we, just that excitement. I'm sure the guys are going to be so on it, nervous, and it's going to be an interesting race, man.
Definitely. I was thinking about it last night after the stream. It's gonna be so competitive, John. The fact of how we're going to, matter of fact, let's talk about that right now. Let's talk about how we're
Sure.
going to set up this, set up the format. So,
Oh, not just before you start, man.
go ahead.
Clark has gotten down into the 34-8, so he's definitely on it. I must say, feels like he's switched on God mode on us.
he's got the hammer time mode, I guess.
Yeah, very aggressive. Anyway, continue, Stefan.
Yes, so the format here that we're going to run is that we've got all these guys doing this time trial or time attack at Dover with this particular car that is locked to setup. So you can't go in, you can't change anything more than just your tire pressures, your fuel in liters, the amount of fuel that you have in the car, and also the ABS. You can either turn it on or off. Some guys would like to run with it off, and some guys just can't run with it off, they run with it on. So we just left that out there as the only preference to the field. And so within this past week, they've had this car and Dover here, and they've been trying it and testing it out and trying to put in their fastest time. So then, when we end up with that list of names, we're then going to split it into 3 equal parts. If it's not equal, then unfortunately bronze is going to take the extra, right? And we split it down there, and we try to get it as equal as possible and have our bronze, silver, and gold categories. In the bronze category, they're only going to know about the car a couple minutes, let's say about half hour or so before the event. Reason why you're going to get that car so late and only have about 10 minutes or so of practice time is because we don't want you learning any tricks of the trade of the car. Everyone must be on the same page going into the competition, because we know,
That is correct.
yeah, we know that some guys are out here can learn pretty quickly on a car, right? So then you'll have that 10 minutes of practice, and just to get you sorted and ready for qualifying, which will then, the practice session will take you straight into the qualifying session. You'll remain in the server. It goes into the qualifying session, and then you do your 10 to 15 minutes of qualifying, and then you head on into the race format. This will be done for each classification and each category, and then we will try it. If we have, we're still looking at the names right now and the amount of persons, but if we have enough persons, we're gonna have to do 2 qualifying races where where the top 5 of each race will be chosen to go into the final race of 10. And in that final race of 10 is where we will decide the winners of the grand prizes in 1, 2, and 3 position. Same goes for the silver class, same goes for the gold class. Now, if we do not have the numbers to make up those qualifying, that's if we have too many guys actually. If we have the amount of guys that is good enough for it, what we will have is a 2-race scenario. 2-race scenario. You'll have in that case 1 qualifying session that will take you into the first race. And then that first race, that finishing order, will determine the order of the second race, which is well known as the reverse grid method. Now in that format, you're actually going to have to be carrying points along with you in those final 2 races, and the one with the most points comes out on top, gets the prize money.
Yeah.
Now when when we're going to have, like, for instance, a tie, John, that's going to be a little bit tricky for us. But I was thinking the guy with the fastest time for the event would have to carry away the prize money there.
Yep, the
Right.
first. Yep.
So that's about it. In case you guys were wondering there about the format for these events, not just our competitors. Our competitors would not have known that much into it as well, because at the time we were expecting one amount of set of drivers, but then if that also increased at the time, we'd had to change it up. So we didn't want to confuse them right off the bat, but that's how we're gonna have to handle it out here. John, it seems as though the track is getting back busy.
Oh yeah, yeah. The guys are pushing them. I've been on board with Clark for the longest while, so I've been noticing. He's really taking some different lines. And it's true what you're saying. The thing about keeping the cars a secret for all the viewers, listening in. The first thing we want the drivers to know is the truck, and everyone knows the truck. So with these cars, you have enough time to learn where to brake at a very slow pace. So when we up you into a car that has a lot more power, you're not going to be like, oh, this is undrivable, because
Right.
as it is right now, these guys want more power in this car, and a bit more grip. So you'll get that.
I
But
guess you
the
could say they
lines
got
will be
comfortable, yeah.
yeah. And but the thing with now is that the lines will be a bit different. Your braking zone will be very different. But the lines will be very similar, right? But the braking zones will be different now with the car. So keeping it a secret up to the last minute is a very interesting way to go. And Formula One back in the days was a bit different to what Formula One qualifying back in the days was very different to
What it
qualifying
is
today,
today,
right?
yeah.
So,
And we're definitely enjoying the qualifying races coming out of Formula One as well. I must say, John.
yeah, it's very entertaining. But a lot has changed. A lot has changed in motor racing. The whole DRS and curves and everything, But yeah, these guys will have something called horsepower to power them through the turns, and so the competition will definitely will have some eliminators going on,
Hey guys,
and
I'm 16 years old.
we will see guys them who've been sandbagging put the power to the metal, and we'll be looking at that as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can see. I think the only person so far that we might have caught sandbagging is Javon Gunning. He's no longer in the server here, but obviously.
No, he's still in the service.
Oh, he is. He is. Didn't see him. Oh, he is. He's. I think he's in the pits right now. Yeah, he is in the pits.
We got Sebastian in the service. I guess he figured out, got his stuff sorted out.
Okay, right. So Sebastian was having some issues. So I can see him moving now. I just gave him a little bit of troubleshooting advice, and I guess that sorted the issue out. So he's back. He's on track now. Sebastian's fastest time, if I can get it to you, is 1 minute 36.3. And he's done 49 laps so far here at Dover. So he's got some work ahead of him here.
Yeah,
he's one of the youngsters as well, John.
Yeah, he's very young and very quick as well. I saw him give Kurt and Oslin a really hard time, and we actually had a race on the track.
Oh, so, really?
Yes, it was very interesting.
I think he's actually a go-kart racer too, if I'm not mistaken.
That would explain his pace, because pretty quick. So definitely, I'm sure he could get down into the 35s really easy.
Oh, he's having just a little bit trouble there through the chicane. I'm wondering if this is the first time he's driven the track since we've done the update. Those would have probably scared the bonkers out of him right there.
Yeah, I think Afraz Hassan has definitely might have passed out in his car because he's parked in the car now.
Oh, that's Afraz, I think. Afraz, yeah.
Azad. No, I'm sure. I'm telling you, it's
Azad?
Azad. He's in the server. Yeah, I think he's maybe run out of fuel. Couldn't pay that pump attendant. Yeah, but he's in a safe zone though. Not in anyone's way. But if he gets back on track and drive with this tire, he's gonna be very cold. So
Yeah, it's
he's gonna have to go back to the pit. He's moving right now, so
Sebastian, I'm looking at Sebastian as well on his fire lap. He's running all those lines we talked about, John. So this might be a fast one here. We've got Jason Alexander as well coming into the server now. Oh, Sebastian running it wide there on exit to the hairpin.
oh yeah, he's driving like a true Toyota Starlet driver, man. He just
Power to the metal. He's pushing it down. He's not going to get away with it there, though, as he goes straight into the barriers.
yeah, I'm definitely loving it. These guys are pushing it.
He's definitely messed that one up
get a
there.
groove of that. Yeah.
I guess he's just trying to push it as fast as he can, see where he needs to back off and go again. Not a bad approach there.
I think he's just trying to put a lot of heat into the tires, maybe, because those are really unrealistic lines.
Yep.
Steering input he's putting into the wheel. That doesn't give you any advantage. It just cuts all the momentum off your car. So he's gonna have to be careful with that.
Well, maybe this one here that he's going on now will be his official lap. He hasn't registered a time on the board as yet, but you can hear him power running through those turns.
Yeah, he's just approaching a turn on full lock on turn. Yeah, but that's not helping you go around faster. It's just scrubbing all your speed off. So it's always gonna keep down in that space.
And there he goes again. He's probably definitely trying to get the heat into those tires for sure. And he's definitely running a nice wide line around here, but he's got to cut back in for it to make any difference, I would say.
So there's a change that might happen with the running how we're seeing these drivers. What I mean is, the fastest drivers, you might be discouraged that I can't touch these guys' speed or pace. But the interesting thing is, different cars react different to drivers. So when you actually qualify for whichever category and you go into those different cars, it will be interesting to see how drivers adapt. Like we've been talking about it, right? So, not because you're half a second or a second slower than a driver means that's what's going to happen in the race, because, not only do you have a short time to learn the car, but it's a different car.
Exactly.
So how will, one driver might learn it a bit quicker than another driver. And that for me, I can't wait, to give them that present, that Christmas gift to
early Christmas gift.
Yeah,
I agree with you. It's definitely gonna, set some guys, if they think they're comfortable now, wait until you see what we got planned.
Oh, definitely. So, yeah, because like I said, each driver to me just drives a bit different with different cars. So we're gonna see a shake up with those cars when they come out.
Most definitely. All right, I want to take some time off here, John, to put on a little word for our sponsors. But first, let me get that on screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you to AMSOIL Racing out there in Jamaica. Miracle Corporation there. Uncle Richard Lee is the man behind this event, ladies and gentlemen. Moto Lubes is the name of the company that distributes AMSOIL Racing products there in Jamaica, and has stepped up not only for motor racing in Caribbean, some $2 million, John, he's put up, as I was reading in
That's incredible.
in a news article today that he's put up $2 million to save Dover Raceway here during the time in the pandemic, and you know, get stuff back in order there for the guys, for JRDC, the Jamaican Race Drivers Club, and get Dover Raceway back on board. You know, we want to say thank you, you know, from the depths of our heart, and not only just for the guys out there in Jamaica, but the entire Caribbean needs this kind of love for motor racing, and you know, guys like Richard Lee make that possible. And just want to say an immense gratitude to you, sir. And how can we forget JRDC for giving us their blessings? JRDC, the Jamaican Race Drivers Club here, the ones who help and organize the event there at Dover Raceway. And you know, a much appreciated there to all of you out there at JRDC. And A76 Streets, man, these guys be doing a lot of on the street videos and stuff out there in Jamaica, and keeping us up to date. Yeah, and keeping us up to date with the fast cars there in 876. Big ups, man. And Skunk Lifestyle, yo, that's a totally different game, bro. Skunk Lifestyle is a totally different game. I just want to say props off to Nick Lou, bro. You be doing it, bro, and it's different, you know, it's different. And those beamers you be in and be around, it's, yo, mad cars, John. You gotta check it out. It's crazy what Nick be doing, and Nick be letting us in with some exclusives there in Jamaica. Continue to do the work.
Wonderful.
Everyone, please continue doing what you're doing, not only in Jamaica but in the Caribbean, because you know, with COVID, we've seen how much, you know, outside means a lot to us, and how much outside means to motor racing, the car scene, and car enthusiasts in general. I just want to say major props to you guys, and thank you very much.
Big shout out to them. Big shout out. You know, again, it's not possible without these guys. Such big commitment from everyone. Huge gratitude from Richard, and you know, just everyone. You know, I'm a huge fan of motor racing, and you are too. But like checking up Dover and checking up racing, it's really nice to see 876. You know, just the amount of content that these guys put out. The team, you know, the guys, you know, just work so hard to do that. I'm being a filmmaker myself. I know it's not easy to do those kind of content, right?
Yeah,
but
most that is hours into the morning, John.
yeah, just to create a concept like that, and just keep. Oh, there's been a big accident on the top. Sorry, I don't know who that is.
I can see it's Palmer, Sebastian Palmer, and someone else.
Yeah, I think no, this was at the bottom. Yeah, but sorry, you know. So again, once again, thank you to everybody that is making this possible, and you know, everyone. There's just so many people that have come together to create something like this, you know, and you know, we sorry. Yeah, so I have TeamSpeak on, not TeamSpeak. What's the guy's name who talked to you when you're racing?
Oh, it's the crew chief.
Crew chief, sorry, yeah, crew chief is in my ears just now. Couldn't hear myself. Yeah. So thanks to the team, everyone that made this possible, and you know, I'm excited. You know, I can't wait for it to get a kickoff. We can't wait for you know, the competitors to just get on track, and yeah, let's put on a show.
Yep, definitely. Let me just switch back here. If we can end that advert segment, just give me 5. All right, and we are back, and we can see Jason Alexander now in the server here, John.
Yeah, Stefan, I'm looking at this chart from 5th to 9 are all in the 36.
That's amazing, isn't it?
This is like, to me, it's category by category. These guys are just pushing it. So we've got a battle. Go ahead.
Yeah, we've got Jason here with a 1:33.8 is his best lap on previous outings. He's now in the server, so you won't see his fastest lap. You'll only see the fastest lap of this session. on the timing board there on the left hand side. If you want to see all of their numbers, their best lap over time, head on over to our website. It's CaribbeanSimRacingOrganize.org, and the event dashboard is what you're going to be looking for. It's going to take some time to come up, but when you're on the home page, the pop-up will come up saying click here for our event dashboard. You head on into that, and it's going to take you to a page with our live streaming, as well as the chart here that we are also referring to in the stream, so you can follow along with us and have that live timing chart there open up on your screen. So yeah, he's got his fastest time, sorry John, is a 1:33.862. So he's right behind Kurt Moss there, for who's in the server. Who's in the server at the time.
Oh, right.
I think he's getting a little too ambitious there, Jason, on the inside of Afrazali, trying to make try to see if he can make a pass there. It's
I think
maybe.
we got a Paul.
Sorry, go
I
ahead.
think we got a Paul Smith in the YouTube chat asking. I think you replied to him, did you? He wanted to know how to join the esport game. Paul, if you're listening, you can just. It's right in the description on the YouTube link right there. You can click on the Discord for all the information. And like Stefan just said.
Yep. So you can head on over to our website, and there's a register button there on the top right hand corner that'll take you through the steps needed to get registered. You're gonna have to be quick about it though, because at 11:59 tonight the time trials will be over, and that phase for you to actually enter into the competition will be done for. So we're gonna head into competition phase for bronze, silver, and gold. Tomorrow is gonna be your bronze event, John. Saturday your silver, and Sunday your gold. The timing for that is going to be 6 o'clock in the evening. We're actually going to look to change that to 7 o'clock for the Eastern Caribbean, and it's going to be a little bit later there for the Jamaicans, so that they can all be home and on time here for 6 o'clock.
It's gonna be. I keep saying it, but it is going to be an event, man. The guys are going to put on a show. We're gonna,
definitely looking forward to it. Azad Hassan has set the second fastest time here, John, and he's in the pits.
Well, I think the rivalry right now is Azad and Afraz. So even though Afraz is a bit off, he's got to put a lot of time down. But Azad has really been given a lot of time practice on this track with the car, so he could put those times down.
Oh yeah, I think Azad has even said that sim racing with us within the past year. He as well is a motor racer too, I might add, and racing with CSRO within the past year has kept his skills, if not sharpened them, on track in real life. He actually performed pretty well in, I think it was an endurance outing that our local club had, and he was very, very much grateful to sim racing for keeping his talents, I should say, sharp during that time.
Oh, definitely. That was and that's what it does for you, huh? It just keeps your all your muscles, keeps it alive, it keeps it awake, your memory muscle, because you put down racing and you get back behind the wheel, it's all memory, you got to get it back.
Yeah.
And he's had more tough race with us than he had in real life, I'm sure of that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Usually our races club races, everyone knows, only last about 10 to 15 laps here. Even for the faster cars, it's only about 10 to 15 laps. Ladies and gentlemen, we run 1 hour races here at CSRO, so that's more like an endurance race for these guys.
Yeah, that is true. And we also have night cycles, so we go from day to night or night to day.
Yep. That's our endurance category. If you're there on our YouTube channel, you can look at some of our previous races there the Endurance Races Championship, I might add, within the past year. All of our content is now available on YouTube there, even from the Facebook streaming days. I might add that quality is not that well there, as we've had to take our files off of Facebook and upload it to YouTube. So it's a further degradation of the quality. But John, everything that we've ever done here at CSRO in one place feels like home.
Yeah, everything is much more organized, you know, and it's easier for the viewers to go and check it out. Please take a moment to look at some of our previous championship runs and few races. It's been great. You know, one of the races I can remember after Dover, I think, was Baku, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Baku with the F2 cars, right? The Formula 2 cars. That was amazing.
That was a race and a half, you know.
How many safety cars did we have in that race?
that was a big one. You know, we had. I remember we were. Tommy was in that race and he was quick, but he made a mistake and crashed and actually went to the pit.
Yeah.
Tommy switched to soft tires.
Yep.
And got back and passed everyone in 2 laps. So,
ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, we've had so much fun, but at the same point in time, it was such tight competition between everyone. Before we lost Senna Somerville to the university, he's now out there in university. He was also here with us. That is the son of David Somerville, and man, he gave us a show there, John, in the time that he spent with us.
Yeah, Somerville would just come on the very day of the race and just jump in that car and just put down some of the fastest time. It's the same thing with Tommy. Tommy doesn't need to do a lot of practice. He's just talented. You got to give it to these guys. Again, these are real race drivers in real life. So, you know, the natural born talent is there.
Yes, indeed. I can remember in one particular race, I think we were at Virginia Speedway, and exactly so that you were saying, Senna joined the race just an hour before, barely caught the qualifying, and he was already up to speed. And I can remember him just on the radio. He's like, and I kid you not, he was like, Tommy, give me a setup. Oh, that was hilarious, man. Some good times.
That was all. You know, not forgetting Lou, right? He was fast.
Lou was pretty fast as well. Richard Lou. Wait a minute, where is he at? Xander Williams as well. Not forgetting Xander Williams taking part in those races as well.
Definitely. I mean, not to cut you, but Jason Alexander is right behind Azad Hassan.
Yeah, I'm following him right now. He's not that far away.
That time is
7 thousandths of a second.
Close. Yeah, I think, Stefan, we need to give these guys a race in these cars, man. I mean, it is so fantastically close.
Tell you what, John.
Did we make a mistake here?
I don't know. He goes even faster than Azad Hassan there. And is now
Azad is definitely not gonna like that. So
right behind Kurt Moss. Yeah, John. Where is Azad? He's back out on track.
Yeah, Azad is actually on track. I think he's gonna try and put down a fast lap, if not this one, the next lap. Maybe he's on a flyer right now. I'm not really. No, he's not using up the track. So
yeah, I'm looking at him as well. He's down by 4/10. Or so.
Yeah, but it's good. Sorry, but it's good to see Javon back on the server. I mean, these are some old stalwarts. Look, we got at least 10 drivers, 12 drivers in here that know one another very well and race with one another. So you know, we're gonna see some old rivalry here.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. We've had some very aggressive and abusive post-race briefs from these guys in the past. I must say.
Yeah, sometimes our post-race brief race brief would be. I'm thinking about briefs too much. It's actually been longer than the race. Some race. So,
yes, some races indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the most. Yeah. We had good times with that. You know, COVID has its negative, but it also has brought a lot of lot of sim racers together in the Caribbean, and it's only possible to do something like this. To all the guys who supported CSRO over the years, this is really an opportunity. We talked about this. We only dreamt of doing something like this, and it's now possible for some of the guys that race with us to have an opportunity like this.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I can remember the days, John, when you and I would be on a race department there, and try to keep up with the aliens and say, well, you know what, this is something that the Caribbean needs, and that was in 2016, and
And
it's
that was
now,
with control too. I think
yeah.
you and I were on control. So
At some point, yeah, you were under control, yeah. So sim racing has got a lot to do now with the way the motorsports are taking things into consideration, as John alluded to earlier. And so if you can't afford to get into a go-kart, this is the next best thing. And we here at Caribbean Sim Racing Organization can help you through that process of getting on here and getting on track at Dover, for instance, in one of these cars or a similar car, and just putting down some times and putting down some laps and enjoying and having some fun.
definitely, I've been saying earlier that like seeing pictures and video of this truck, I always thought it was like just a maze to me. I dreamt of like, wow, just going around this truck in real life. So having the opportunity to drive it in this sim has taught me a lot. So I could take this and actually go on the track knowing what
Yep.
to expect.
Exactly.
This is a big learning curve for any sim racer or professional race driver that might want to put their foot on the real circuit. Yeah, because we've talked to Tommy. Tommy is very adamant that this truck is so good. It's so accurate to the real thing.
Yes,
Because he
indeed.
races there.
Yep. I know that's the thing, when you have a computer generated track, taking the pictures, taking the coordinates available to them through Google Maps, for instance, and then you put that into a software, and you can recreate exactly what is there on the actual venue, at the actual venue. What you come away with is an almost 99% perfection to the real thing. I mean, the physics might be off on the cars a bit, but the track is definitely on par, except for the grass in the corner and stuff that you might see, like for instance during COVID time, it was being overrun by a lot of grass and stuff, but we can't replicate everything. But yeah,
That's true.
but you got a track here that you can't afford to go on it with your own car. You don't even have a car. You can do it here in a simulation.
Yep. You can go 100 miles into that wall and just hit the reset button. The truck is I'm not sure if this truck is laser scan. Correct me
No,
if
it's
I'm
not.
wrong.
Yeah, it's not. They've
Right,
actually
but
only had to work with what they garnered from Dwight and his team in sending photos and helping to create the track in terms of correcting certain things from our good guys there in Colombia, Felipe and Nico, and the Google Maps coordinates. That's
correct.
all they had to work with.
Right. Yeah, for sure the Google Maps would have given them a lot of elevation. So the elevation is pretty close to correct. And then, like you said, all the information that Dwight and the team would have sent them. We've had a few race drivers drive it, and they've been given good feedback on the accuracy of this track. So, very good job to the team again, to Dwight and everyone who made this possible.
Yes, indeed. Very much thank you to Dwight and those guys there that made Dover Raceway possible here in virtual.
Well, you can see that Azad is giving it all he got, but this guy Jason Alexander is definitely forced to be reckoned with.
He's on the money, and he's 9/10 away from taking the top spot from Kurt here. But he's also faster than Kurt, is he? No, he's not faster than Kurt. His best lap so far is a 1:33.864. Cannot see his previous times here right now. But man, oh man, he's pushing it, he's giving it his all, Alexander.
Yeah, these guys are really out there, really giving it. And, so would I. I've been trying to figure out the car. I see a lot of guys them doing a lockup going down, well, lots of understeer going into Pinky's Bluff. I'm trying to figure out if they're braking while turning, or so there's different ways into taking that turn. But again, different drivers are just taking different lines.
I think it's also a mental barrier too for some, where you feel comfortable taking this turn at this particular speed and this particular angle, and just do not want to go any faster, for instance. So, Alexander just clipping the grass there as he goes into turn 1. But I want to see him beat Kurt Moss here. I want to see him get up in that first position. But Kurt is just sitting in the pits right now. He's got nothing more to do or nothing more to prove here. He already knows he's going to be part of gold, I suppose. And it's only going to come down to a race day for him. So he's just sitting there in the pits. But he's got Alexander biting his nails and pushing his car out here.
Yeah, no doubt. But a second is it's a big task to pull. But like Kurt has been saying, he's been very clear about looking at those lines from some of the faster guys, and he's definitely learned. This was something that Ryan Liu did very well. He would make sure I go on track, and he'd always stay behind me to see the line that I take. That was all he needed to see to go quick.
It was amazing too from him to see. That's the way some people just learn, though, John.
Yeah, it's just, how did that driver go quick? When you look at Formula One, with the drivers them still in their car in the pit looking at that monitor, they're looking at other driver qualifying and seeing the exact line they're taking. So, the professionals do this. I do it as well. So, if I see a car that has done a ridiculously fast time, what is he doing? What gear is he taking?
There's a lot of tricks to the trade, but hardly any cheating here in sim racing. And the cheating is possible, but there are methods in place to stop the cheating and to find the cheaters too. But
that is correct.
But majority of it, we call those guys aliens, who are just naturally fast and can take advantage of every turn and every line possible to be as fast as possible. I would just beg to imagine to see what they would do, for instance, in a real car on a real track.
Cheating is, a lot of guys have been doing this cheating. Oh wow, I'm looking at this guy Alexander. He's really giving some beautiful turn in.
I'm looking at him as well.
I'm
he's got that quite. He's got that quite well right there. That section right there.
Man, few of the turns he just nailed it to me. Like he's keeping the momentum of the car just right. That was such a brilliant lap.
He's on a 125 now. It doesn't seem as though he's gonna make it. Oh, he's got 3 seconds to his name. Can he do it? No. He actually went slower that lap, even though we thought he was gonna go faster.
Yeah, he must have lost time somewhere down in that lap. But yeah, these guys are on it. It seems like we have Azad is still giving it all he got. He's in a three-way battle right now.
Got a big fight going on in front of us.
Oh yeah, this is Azad. We have Clark, and then who's the last guy here?
I think it's Michael Paisley. Ooh, a little
Yeah.
love tap there from Azad into Tavar. He's giving him back the position here. Sebastian Palmer getting all into the mix as well. Was that Sebastian? No, it's Jason that came past, and Michael Paisley is here. So we got Tavar following, yeah, Alexander now. So it's just a bit of a mix-up, a shake-up, if you will, John, to the order.
Oh yeah, we got all of them on the back stretch now. So we got 4 guys there. Look like they're having a little battle. So my question is, do you? Oh,
Wow, okay.
over pushing there. Do you get slipstream in this car?
You do, but I don't think
I don't think it's fast
I
enough.
don't think it's the straights aren't that long enough as well.
Yeah, that is true. You really, but it doesn't matter how close you get up onto a driver. It is so difficult to get a run exiting. It doesn't matter how close you are. That driver always pulls away from you. That is how important that last turn is before the front stretch.
Yes, indeed. I mean, it's all about your entry speed and your exit speed here. It's usually, the best rule is usually slow in, fast out, but a lot of guys have been able to take that rule and make it their own in terms of just switching it around. Sometimes we can see guys going in very fast into a turn you would want to go slow, and managing to slow that car down on the apex and then getting back on the power. Tavar hits the wall there. That is not exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the fast. It looks like a fast lap from Michael. He's using all of the track up. Reminds me a little bit of Rickford. But I can tell you, there's a few sectors of the track that they're not really utilizing every bit of it. He just
messes
it
it
up
there.
Yeah,
He's
I
actually
think if Dover.
He's actually 5/10 away. Sorry, 5,000ths of a second away from Azad Hassan here.
Oh. We got Jason Alexander. He's still putting in that time. Yeah, I think. You have a new Lange. I've seen Lange in a while.
Well, Lange is in here. I can see him in a car that says Tavar Clark though. And Tavar Clark is in a car that says Tavar Clark. So, I don't know what's going on there, but yeah. So ignore the middle name there, viewers. Tavar Clark is what you're seeing, but this is actually Lange Boswell, ladies and gentlemen. Lange Boswell is one of our old racers as well. And just want to make sure that that's the name that we're seeing on the server side. It is. He's only managed to put in a minute 41.0, John, with 3 laps, so he's now being able to get some laps in.
Yeah, he just gets out of the way of the guys who on a faster lap, which is really good of him. We got Azad fighting it away right now.
You can see that. The real Tavar Clark is right behind him.
Yes.
Tavar having a look on the inside. They managed to get through that there.
Beautiful,
that is just awesome. Azad
is...
Go ahead.
No, Azad is enjoying this. I was just going to talk about the green. They're both in green, but Azad green is a bit. He gets a good.
He gets into the pits. Was that even what he planned to do? I'm not sure. Yeah, he did come to a complete stop.
It's been too much pressure for him there.
Boswell too is back in the pits. I was hoping to see him put in a lap here.
Now we got Michael and Jason are almost together. They are pushing. It's going to be interesting. I really do think that Alexander can get that car down into the 34, you know.
I think he can too. Well, he's already in 34s. I think he can get into the 33s.
Oh, that is correct. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so see, I know that it is possible from him. We can see him taking the right lines, but it's just a little bit. He might be running a little bit too much of gas as well, too, John, in the car.
Yeah, seem to be putting down a lot of power too early. I believe this car is missing just a nice little boost button.
Down the
to help you down
straightaways.
the block. Yeah. I think.
Michael messes that one up in front of him. Is he phased though, Jason? He's
Nah,
down
he got out of the
6
way good
tenths,
there.
but he did get out of the way. It might see him go faster here, Jason Alexander. Nope, he misses that one out. There's a second 0.3 there on that previous lap. Now Michael is behind him.
He's definitely going to be putting the pressure on him now. Let's see how he can manage with that. Or maybe the clean air might be the thing he's been looking for.
Yep, clean air and clean sight for the track.
So I've been listening to some of the race drivers talk about Dover, the rail race drivers, and they were talking about that very turn they came out of, where you go right up to the wall to make that right turn. See, all the drivers now doing that. At first they weren't, but pretty much everyone has learned now to just optimize to get the best time. You gotta use the entire truck.
Yes, indeed. The fact that you're gonna learn this track and then head into the brand new car, like you were talking about earlier, it's gonna be a mix-up, man. I can't wait to see how they perform under that sort of pressure.
It's gonna be a nice mix-up for real.
Jason looks pretty clean here, John, as he goes into the second sector. He's down by a second one.
I don't know. Maybe he's carrying some damage on the car. Because those are some good.
Comes across the line. Second 5, he's down on his previous fast time. So I'm not sure if he's probably just running race fuel or race setup here to try and go for the laps and see his overall timings that he would produce, because as you know, John, they're not running with these fast times that you're seeing. They're not running the race setup.
Oh. But why is he doing that? It's a qualifying car. It's not a car you were using.
I don't know. That is indeed true. But
Maybe
that's the
he's
only
carrying damage because he did make some contact.
But I think he went back into the pits at some point in time, though. I'm not sure, to be honest.
But the deficit to Michael is it's identical. So this is very strange. He just cannot close up on him.
Guess this is the difference between a more experienced racer here.
He gets that turn so well, lines that car up. Much better exit going through there. But he just closes.
I think this as well, but I don't see him getting a faster time here. Nope, he's just slow somewhere, John. Just can't pick it up. He's even slower in this lap.
Maybe his tires are running up. Maybe I don't know. It's not supposed to be.
He's currently on 22 laps, John, in this session. I wonder if he's just in that car driving and doesn't care to change those tires.
It doesn't seem so.
I mean, we were looking forward to something, but he's not giving us that is the most I can tell. He finds first gear in that turn just to keep ahead of Michael Paisley here. He's on the inside. manages to cut off Michael here. Michael's really close though. Almost trading paint here. Ooh, he just side swipes and they still on the track, John.
These guys are definitely on it. He's gonna go for the move here, but nah, he doesn't have enough. And even the run going up here, you're so close. He goes wide, he tries to get that exit. The front tires are just not having it. It just cannot produce the grip. He's definitely in a slight slipstream, but
yeah, he definitely is here. Let's see if we can produce anything from it. He's not that close to have a look on the inside, or is he? Ooh.
That's a very very smart decision by him to not try to go on the inside.
Right now with Michael Paisley here in car. Great lines here from Michael. He's got Jason in his sights here.
He doesn't want to go on the inside because he knows
yeah.
you lose momentum there. He goes beautiful inside and out.
Yeah.
Good driving. Alexander's he's really just giving it.
Oh no, Michael goes a little bit too much on the curb. It kicks him out and into the barrier. He loses a lot of momentum there. Oh, but Jason also makes a mistake, so now Michael is going to have an opportunity here to get back at him. Oh, so Jason just pulls over.
Much better exit behind him. He's right upon him. So this is what I want to see. I just want to see the slipstream. Is it
doesn't take it. He doesn't take it. I think he's too close now. So Michael is already looking to defend his line here. Jason pulling right up alongside him. Not quite. Goes into turn one. He's got the better exit here than Michael Paisley, but he's got to be very patient, Jason.
Yeah, he had to come off the gas there because he would have topped the rear end. Much better. You don't want to touch that apex. It just unsettles the car. This is almost like driving in an arch life. You don't want to touch some of the apex in arch life. It just unsettles your car so much.
You can see the difference there between Michael and Jason. Jason not taking the full width of the track there on entry, but he's got him right here. They're neck and neck, John.
Such a wonderful, and this is the thing I've been saying. You know, it's not how fast you go into the turn, but it's how you exit. He got into the turn much faster, but you know,
just didn't have the exit speed.
Does not have the exit speed. That's what you need to do.
Much more beautiful there from Jason Alexander, and you saw the difference between him and Michael Paisley quite remarkably. Oh, he's got too much there of the curb here as well, and he's just flooring it, John. Look at him lose time now. Michael is going to pull away.
Yeah, just no traction there. You know, he's literally on grass at that point. He pulls out of the way there. This has been a nice battle to look at, man. These guys definitely have been on it.
Yeah.
Fantastic job, guys.
Jason, I think both of them are going to head back into the pits and get a fresh set of tires here. Let's look at some more of the guys here before we call it a night, John. In preparation for tomorrow.
So we got Javon gunning on the box stretch. Let's keep our eye on him. Want to see what he can do here. Javon is putting in a time finally.
Oof. Not gonna be able to put in a time like that. Oh, he's on his out lap. I'm sorry. Almost everyone is on track now. We can see Oswin Wilson joining back the survey here as well.
Which puts Oswin right back in the mix there. So maybe Jason will want to give a shout to get that time away from Oswin.
Indeed.
So we got Gunn in on the front stretch. He goes onto the brakes. Car is all swarming all over the track. He takes a really good line. He pushes it wide. Takes a lot of momentum through that turn. Let's see if he takes it to the wall as he brakes.
Yes, he does. Stays far away from the curbs there as well, John.
Yeah, he's definitely not pushing the car. To me, he's giving it about 80% throttle here. Doesn't seem like he's giving it a... Takes a good line going through Pinky's Bluff. Good exit going up this stretch.
Nice and wide here to come in and clip the apex and give you an opportunity to get back on the power quickly.
Exactly. He gets a lot of momentum going through there. This is a vital turn. Let's see if he gets it good. Wonderful, wonderful.
Nice.
He gets a little off, but that's still keeping the momentum going. Javon definitely is in for a fast lap here.
130 kilometers down that back straightaway there. Just 2 tires off the tracks. He's still in contention for a good lap here. I think he still needs to put some more heat into those tires though, so maybe the following lap will be a bit better here.
So we'll definitely have to have a talk with Javon. He's definitely he's lifting off the throttle on the front stretch to kill that time. He doesn't want to register a time, so
Yeah, they've definitely got to talk to these guys here. You can be disqualified from the competition if you do want to play cheeky games here with us. You know, even if it doesn't make sense, John, because you're going to give them a different car come race day and they're not going to know what to do.
yeah, this can backfire on everyone. So, you know, if you think you're gonna be short shifting and dropping into a different class, you know, it's a different car, and it's gonna be a different ball game for everyone.
Another thing you want to consider too when you're in a different class is that you're gonna have guys that are much slower than you and could cause some issues for you if you're trying to pass those guys on track. You can even crash out, damage your car, and then be out of the competition entirely, whereas you would have been better off in your respective class and win some at least second or third prize money if you're so afraid to not make it to first.
Yes. Or you can have it all taken away from you by the stewards.
Yep.
So we don't want to go down that road.
Yeah, we don't want to have to give you the banhammer, I should say.
So Gunnan put a lap in of 1:35.8. So I think he's got the memo. Definitely taking all the right lines. I think what he needs to do now, and he's trying to do, is just smoothen out those, you know, those exits. Good luck by him. Oswin is fighting right now.
Oh, I can see him ahead of.
Oh, Court is on track as well too. Oh, everyone is on track.
So I guess the guys here just gracing us for a bit before we go off, John. Let's stick with them here. Tavar Clark has managed to keep his foot on the acceleration there, on the accelerator to keep his momentum up.
Oh yeah, he's definitely given Oswin
Oswin
a fight here.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He
just
just puts
wide.
that wheel onto that apex. You don't want to touch the apex. It just takes all the speed out of the car.
Oswin looking desperately for an opportunity here to get past.
He's got it right. Pinky's bluff. You don't want to take a move on that.
He's going for it. Ooh, Tavar barely making that turn there, but leaving just enough competition room, John. Great racing by him.
Oh, fantastic racing, man. Love it. Oswin is definitely, biding his time here, but he's having to push. He's having to push. Clark is defending those lines. These guys they're racing right now.
Yes, they are.
Let's see how close Oswin can get to him going through this complex. I know for sure. Just blocks him there.
But has the better line, Oswin Wilson. As Tavar Clark makes a mistake there, he's given a cut track penalty, so his time wouldn't count. I think you can hear the difference there in the RPMs, John, of the two cars. And it seems as though that's what you need to do, because Tavar is way ahead now of Oswin.
Exactly. Looking at this time, Tavar he's about over a second slower than Oswin, but Oswin cannot get past him. You see, so this is something we need. I keep telling the drivers, if you can get a good start, it doesn't matter if you're in 5th or 6th. This is a fight. This is Monza. You're in the lead. You are in the lead. Oswin is just showing where he's quick, but you gotta be careful. We'll be very strict with drivers and contact on this track.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We can see him trading paint there as they came out the exit of that turn.
This has been fantastic, man. The turnout has been really nice. We have a lot of guys coming on right now. I'm thinking to jump on myself. My time can be deleted, so.
Ooh, he's right up on there. He taps him. He sets him straight though. Interesting to know that he sets a faster time because of it, but no, he does not. Tavar Clark.
Kurt just put in a quick time on Tour de 4.5. His fastest is Tour de 3.4. His fastest time is a Tour de 3.3. So he's not far away from breaking that time.
You gotta look at what Oswin is doing here with Tavar Clark. He's right up on the bumper here through Pinky's bluff. That was amazing once again from the duo in this tight battle here for no position.
Hats off to Clark, man. That is, it's not easy defending a veteran like Oswin.
Indeed,
I know in Oswin he's speaking in French and Dutch right now, so. He's right upon him through that complex, man. These guys.
It's almost as if they didn't even break for that turn, John.
The interesting thing is,
go ahead.
You go wide into that turn, and you still get an exit out of there. Clark is just getting a better exit out of that complex over Oswin. I think Oswin needs to take a page out of his book. He's definitely doing a better exit than Oswin.
can see Tavar taking more. He's utilizing the entire width of the track to carry in the momentum and try and keep the RPMs of the car up, because that's what you need to do. Even when he's slower through the sections that he would have carried that momentum up, losing time, he can still stay ahead here because of the makeup of Dover Raceway.
Oswin wants to peep on the inside.
He's having a look, but he knows his rules and he knows the regulations. He's not going to dive bomb there. Once again, great job here and great racing here from Oswin.
He's going to definitely try to up and under here, but I think Clark just blocks him a little bit there. It's so interesting, you know, when you're following behind, you can see the driver in front. You can see his head just bubbling around. He's got a good run in him on the back stretch now.
Yeah, he does.
I don't think he's going to want to make
have a peek here.
Oh,
he's got the momentum. He's up on the inside.
Don't do it.
Oh, he just had to back out of that one there. Tavar getting all squirmy on exit, John.
Yeah, he got Clark a bit nervous there. So Clark went off himself. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. This is the line I'm talking. Clark does a better line going through the turn.
Even under pressure, John, it must be mentioned that he's got a way more superior line there.
Yeah, I think also need to take a page out of that. Definitely.
Kurt Moss here probably trying to get in on some of this action as Tavar Clark and Oswin Wilson go head-to-head again.
Yeah, Kurt is approaching this same battle here. He's not far away.
He just got out of pits. He's right behind him, actually.
Yeah, he's going to put some pressure onto Oswin right now. And you know how that will go. Oh, beautiful run here by Oswin.
I can see it.
Had to lift. He's getting that line. Oh, these guys are... I know. It's just a lot of fun watching them race in these cars. It really feels like... I just hope they don't get too accustomed to it. Clark is so defensive, man. He takes that's a bad line. Oswin is going to get the run on him at the back here.
He just almost touches the back of the car, but he just had to pull out to the left, so he didn't get that run you're about to talk about there, John.
Yeah, he lost all his momentum. This is beautiful racing by Clark and Oswin.
Yeah, at some point you'd think that Oswin would get frustrated though, because he's behind this car for way too long. And
this is allow Kurt to get really close to them, up to them on that sector. Kurt. Someone is really close behind Kurt. Is that
I think it's Jevon.
Jevon? What?
I think he cut the track actually, but yeah.
Jevon has a good time though. He's put in 10 laps now. Seems to be given a lot of power. 1:35.7. Now Oswin has been quick through here. He's got enough space now to take a very different line. Get a lot of momentum going up this turn.
Oh, you can see how quick they have to flick that car in for that right-hander. He's going to try it on the inside. Tavar doesn't want to give it up. He cuts him off. What
and all the while, Clark is
set.
just creeping up.
Oh yeah, he's definitely getting closer.
He's not closing in fast enough, even though Kurt is faster than them. I'm surprised that Clark isn't in the 34s.
With the amount of pressure that he's under right now.
Yeah, he just went mid-air sideways with that car.
I saw that one.
These front-wheel drive cars are so forgiving. Kurt really gets close to them.
Oswin
just gets him there.
In Oswin's defense, I think Clark went up there and lost a bit of
yeah, he lost a lot of momentum going through there.
So Oswin's going to give Clark an opportunity here by going through, taking a drive-through penalty to himself, I guess. I think that's another thing we should talk about. The drive-through penalty in here is ridiculous. We should probably look at something else to punish these guys off of. You can do 80 kilometers per hour through that pit lane, and it will not hurt you significantly. As I can see Oswin pulling over there. Azad Hassan has got Jevon gunning. Not too far away here. Tavares now got to worry about Kurt Moss, John Green. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Lanjay Boswell, actually. Ahead of Kurt Moss now. Kurt seemingly dispatching him quite quickly.
Kurt just taking his precious time and just getting a better line. Taking a lot of momentum.
Yeah, I do want to see what Kurt can produce here. Fastest time being a 1:33.3.
It's a beautiful fight right now between Jason and Michael. They're really on it on the box stretch.
Once again, I should say. Oh, Jason jumps that turn there.
There's such
They're almost in sync,
gonna
John.
yeah, this is gonna be a really close battle. I think in every single position, right? This is not just first, second, third, but it's like I think all the way down. You know, everyone would be pretty close, which is not always a good idea, but it would be interesting. This practice gives them a lot of practice of racing among one another.
That is indeed true. A lot of confidence between each other as well.
And we get a lot of laps from the guys them down. You know, we're getting, you know, Lange is giving it all he can. And also Rawl, Partop, sorry, he's definitely been on it every lap. You know, just got out to that 27, now he's in the 36, sorry. Definitely could see him going into the 35s. Just a bit more confident on the throttle.
Yeah, I do believe this.
McDonald is just behind him. Sorry, McDonald is just behind him with the pace. So we're gonna have to keep our eyes on these guys.
Most definitely.
Sorry, you were saying, Stefan?
I was saying that he's definitely he's one of the newbies to sim racing as well. So he's doing pretty well for a newbie, I'd say.
No doubt. I think we commentators curse there, but yeah, you know, the more practice you do, you know, they have to put a lot of lap in. You gotta put at least another 50 lap in before tomorrow. You know, just get those times down.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. Alright, John, while these guys are still at it, it's unfortunate, but we have to call it a night. It's 2 hours now we've been streaming, and you know, we've been giving you guys a sneak peek into the competition here as it's going to be played out through the following 3 days of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's gonna mark our bronze, silver, and gold events respectfully. We were hoping to see a little bit more fights, but of course these guys are down to business here in terms of getting the fastest times in to be placed within those categories for the weekend. As you know, each category is carrying a monetary prize pool, and as you go higher into the most, which is the gold category, of course the prize pool increases. Shout out to our sponsors there, AMSOIL Racing and Miracle Corporation, as well as Motolubes. Uncle Richard Lee, the CEO of that company, putting his money where his mouth is for not only motor racing in the Caribbean, but sim racing as well. And we've got these guys here competing for that prize pool. A big shout out to the JRDC, the Jamaican Race Drivers Club, for giving us their blessings here as organizers of the Real Dover Raceway and club there in Jamaica as well. These guys, 876 Streets, are out there in the streets of Jamaica, and you know, you can be sure to have a lot of great content from them. Check them out on YouTube and on Facebook. And then we head on over to Skunk Lifestyle there in Jamaica. You know, back in the day, it became a very popular thing for the JDM brand in using skunk aftermarket products, and it's very popular here too in the Caribbean. And our good friend there, Nick Lou, out of Skunk Lifestyle JA. I wanted to give a good shout out to him. He's got a lot of great content too, vlog content mostly, on a lot of great cars there in Jamaica. Go ahead, give him a follow on Instagram, on Facebook, and I'm not sure if he has a YouTube, but go ahead and check for him in any case. John, it's been great having another night out here on track with the guys, but it's time to get serious, huh?
Definitely. So it's on to tomorrow, and the wait is on. It's going to be just a few hours from now. So to everyone, can't wait to see you. To all the competitors, give us your best.
Most definitely. Okay, so after this, they've got until 11:59 p.m. to register their fastest time, at which time we in the background will be working past 12 to get those names sorted into their respective categories. We will then upload that information to them first in our Discord server, and then to you, the public, via our Instagram page. It will then be shared amongst our sponsors and partners as well, to get that information out even further. And then we'll know how it will start there for our bronze category tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Jamaican time. That's going to be 8 o'clock Eastern Caribbean time. We're going to have a bit of change there with the timings just to facilitate some of our guys here in Jamaica. We've got some guys joining us too from Barbados as well. Not currently here at the moment. Demario Hines is one of the guys there representing Barbados. I haven't seen him on track for the evening, but yeah, we do have other countries here representing. We do know of a few guys there in Trinidad that tried to make it, but unfortunately they're too preoccupied with some other important aspects. Of course, not everyone has the opportunity of time here to join us. but we would like for you to join us, whether you're from Jamaica, Barbados, Guyana, Trinidad. The entire Caribbean is welcome, and you out there outside of the Caribbean, you're welcome as well to join in on the live stream as we go live tomorrow from 7 p.m. -4 GMT. Look it up there on your global clocks. John, it's been fun again once more with you tonight, but we must say goodbye. I'm going to give you an opportunity to do so right now.
Well, thank you for joining us, and goodbye. See you tomorrow.
So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. Coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it.